form a connection, you know? Get a game plan ready. Shit like that. Okay, this is getting too loud.
Does anyone have fun?
We're well done, at least.
No peeking.
Enemies A.
It's just pistol. I won't focus on this off. I'll focus on other things.
I'm dashing to see. I'll double search it.
Oh, one smoke.
Push it,
They're
push
chasing,
it.
they're chasing.
Grenade. Satchel up. Drop in a smoke.
Someone's there.
Enemy spotted C.
Your man's gonna punch.
No, two.
Stay down.
I've already found one
player
huge ass
standing.
problem.
Don't worry about it.
Drop in a smoke.
Okay, let's go.
Two playing cross, too.
Like that, open the door, make
30
you think you're going
seconds
down
left.
flank when you're not. Pretty difficult to win, they're playing it safe. To sell that a bit, I think a tiny thing you could have done better would be to smoke where they smoked, because if you're actually going through, hold on. If you're actually going through this way like you faked it, you would have no idea that this smoke is up. So if you smoked here, and then like took the gamble, and try to fight someone, it would have kept them guessing, because why else would you smoke here if you're not rapping, you're not actually rapping? It would get one of these guys to look towards this way, instead of both of them holding the smoke, or where they were holding. But that's pretty difficult to win anyway. But one major thing I want to talk about,
I'll double search.
and I said this yesterday, but comms,
Drop in a
nobody is calming. So after this breach opens the door, right, and he flashes through, your Vase is already on site, your Jet wants to go follow him, then there's three of you just holding the door. This like just the opening of the door separates and dismantles your push. And it ends up losing you the round. So in a situation like this, especially when like you don't know what anyone else is doing, like calm something. You can say, you guys can go, I'll hold the door, or you can say, yo, Chamber, stay with me, let's fight, and the rest of you can go, or you can say like, let's just go B. You can leave the race to die and go B, but just communicating something so you're all on the same page helps a big deal. Because look at this spacing issue. Your raise is over here while you guys are still staring at the door, and then three of you continue to stare at the door, and it's not your Jet,
No, two.
it's your Gecko. Your Gecko goes. So this is one 1v1 or 1v2, and then this is another 1v2, and then you all just flood in one by one while you're like watching flank. You should also communicate that, oh, you're gonna go watch flank instead of fighting with the team. Like, just communicate a lot more with your team. Or like communicate for them.
player.
Like from the beginning of the round, you guys like made the right decision to rotate C, but the reason it fell apart is because
Drop
everyone is doing their own thing. Like, this guy has one idea, all four of you have another idea, and then Gecko has another idea, you have a different idea, and it just dismantles teamwork.
in a smoke.
Like, sure, you're not like a professional team that has scrim experience, but it's still good to get in the habit of just like being on the same page with your team.
I'm hitting off.
And again, nothing is being said pre-round. Like, IGL, bro. Like, if you know how to play the game, if you understand something, just say something pre-round. Make a plan. IGL. Talk a lot more. This is just like autopilot doing whatever.
Better for a piece of them.
Let's go away, you guys.
Breach is
He no scopes me.
For this, like, this is Ascendant rank, and you guys are all just giving basic, fundamental comps. Nothing more, nothing less.
I had
Spike
spike.
down, C.
Even though you all have mics. If you truly want to start winning more, just calm more. It's that simple.
You want to
I know a
dance?
certain someone who doesn't want to do that, and they will remain hard stuck forever. Again, it's your gun round, and like no one's saying anything. You all have mics. You obviously can speak to each other, but just you're not talking to each other. Like, what's the plan here? Do you want to go fake A pressure and go C, or are you just straight fighting A? No one has said anything.
I'm dashing rebel.
If no one has said anything, you guys should, or you should be the one to say something first. If you actually want to win the game. That's just the main theme that I'm noticing.
Can you flash in rebel? You know,
They opened B door below.
Drop in a smoke.
But you're doing well.'re playing well off the role you're playing and off your team. There's like no teamwork,
Refreshing.
Spike down,
no
A.
plan at the beginning.
Catch you, pal.
Even now, you're not saying anything. Like,
Smoking stairs.
there you go.
Wait, there.
One enemy remaining.
Oh, hey, Link.
Calm more like that. Smoking stairs.
Wait, I bomb? What?
Good round, buddy.
Bet they're feeling frazzled.
All right, let's see the ultimate economy here. It's their gun round. Or one off alt. Alright. Clove's getting nerfed, so I doubt you're going to play her again. But you see that you're one off alt? My idea would be to go fight for the C orb, get the orb, and have your team support you and fight with you. Try to get a kill. If you can't, just get out and try to get a kill again for your alt. But here I would be leaning towards C. Because the orbs are here. There's one here, and then there's one here. The C orb is a lot more defender-sided, while the A orb... No, the C orb is a lot more attacker-sided, while the A orb is more defender-sided. So it's easier to take this orb right here for your ult, and then fake pressure towards C, and then go back A. Whereas, if you're just starting A, it's a lot harder to take that orb, and even if you manage to take it, you've already applied a lot of pressure for the rotates to be pulled over like this way. So like by the time you get to this orb, there's already people towards A, and like it's a harder site to take. Whereas if you apply pressure and it's easier to get this orb, you pull the rotates here, and then you can just end up going A off the pressure here. So on this specific round, I would have called for like, yo, let's fake C, let me get the orb, try to get a kill, and then Chamber, can you like just sit outside A until we go over back to you? Just things like that, just noticing certain... Make a plan. Plan. Big thing. Plan. That's what you need. That's literally just what you need every single round. This is just autopilot gaming right here. Like, you don't necessarily have to do what I said, that's just what came to mind for me. You could like walk up, contact B, and then explode, since they probably only have a KJ turret and Clove there. But just say something pre-round, make it, and then you can mid-round off of it. But don't just like say nothing and play the game. Like, is this fun for you? You're just
Okay, you wanna just
swinging your knife around
I think we can just shit on this KJ.
pre-round. No,
Eyes
no
are
Clove
comms.
doesn't know when he goes with DK.
Yeah, that's good. Your jet called for it. Your jet called for something.
I want an ace. Satchel out.
Jet saved your ass.
My ult is ready.
Begins.
Dropping smoke.
Last player standing.
And again, still nothing is being said.
Focus.
You get all this util. You get your clove shit. You're the blind. You get a jet updraft. I think you updrafted. Did he?
I want an ace.
That was a raisin. Nothing is being said still. Okay. We're grabbing orb. Nothing is being said.
Battle out.
Raise this Hatchelian. Nothing is being said.
My ult is ready.
We're smoking. Nothing is being said.
Dropping
Right.
smoke.
Did you say something? I can't hear you.
My ult is ready.
Begins.
Dropping smoke.
It says you
Last
popped up
player
here, but
standing.
I didn't hear what you said. What you said.
Tidy.
There's no. You guys are talking
Appreciate
about
it.
the game, but you guys are not talking to each other.
Well, it was no armor.
Learn to talk to your teammates and like have them talk back to you. Babysit them if you have to.
I got the spike.
See how you play this 1v2. Okay, fake
No
the beak.
peeking.
I have no idea where these guys are. I wasn't watching. I was just focusing on yelling or not focusing. Uh.
30 seconds left.
I don't necessarily hate the way you're playing this, but I would have played it differently.
Dropping a
It's a
smoke.
battle of timings. Yep, yeah, bomb down. Now you have all. Good luck.
One enemy remaining.
That's 3.
You win these now. Could you see that? No, you can't. Nice.
No
Clutch.
way.
Run.
Shit.
That
Ping
one.
it for me though. What the fuck?
I mean, there isn't really much to ping. You can't
Stick
spray
your
it.
rolls and we'll
This guy's wrong.
crush it.
No way.
But also, if you want to ping on the bomb, ask for it. Like you have a mic, you have a like. I know you're dialed in here, but if you truly like wanted a ping on the bomb, you could have asked a teammate to do it, even if they're not doing it. Like at this point, I would say, ping the bomb, please. You're too dialed in. Maybe that's it. You're too dialed in. You're too focused on your crosshair and your aim and like the actual gameplay that you forget that it's a team game. It's not just you against the world.
I mean, there isn't really much to ping. You can't
Stick
spray
your
it.
rolls and we'll
I was
crush
just
it.
amazed that you like even made it work there.
Your jet's wrong. You can spray through that. It's like possible to spray through that.
Here.
And again, still nothing being saying. No plan. Biggest problem, no plan. There we go.
Even fun.
And also, I wouldn't recommend going A since they have Raze ult. I don't remember if they've been fighting for A with Raze, but just the fact that they have this ult, you should not be fighting A this quickly. You either re-clear or I don't know, like send something over to bait the Raze ult out, and then like run away, go see something like that. But you should like that's another thing. I'm sure you understand it. This is a weird VOD because I know you know these things, you're just not putting them into action.
Dropping a smoke.
KJ breach. You should push this. You should push this. Like fast, speed up. It's too late now, but okay. The reason I say that,
Dropping a smoke.
so you see these two people, you see KJ and Breach. That means they're fake fighting A. Because if they were actually fighting A, they would have Raze and Clove, or they would have a duelist instead of just these two people. The fact that it's only Breach and KJ means that this is a fake fight A and they're stacked towards somewhere else. One thing I can talk about that maybe you do or you don't know about, but teams, even in comp, they're like inclined to have certain setups, and you're at a rink where they understand that like setups are a thing. So unless they have like an outread, a read of your read or something like that, just knowing which agents are supposed to like fight and which agents are supposed to anchor helps you in mid rounding. So in my in my mind, since KJ is here, that means she's meant to anchor the A site, and since the breach is here, they're just fake fighting A to make you think that they're stacked towards A, so they push you into C, and then there's a stack on C. But the moment you get the skill right here on the breach, you speed the flip up. Like ignore everything else. Ignore this side. There could be a guy hiding there, but like I extremely doubt it if they didn't actually like fight for it with the nade and shit. I just tell your team to speed up because it's only KJ so far. There's probably a guy rotating from B to stairs, but there's two. This is the setup that I have in my head that they have. So 2C, 1B, and then 2A with KJ on A. And this B player should be like playing around here or here like Kevin, just to be quick rotate. Um, and the moment you kill this guy, there's only one person left on the site itself, and then there's just the one guy stairs or heaven rotating. So you have an entire 5v1 on site or a 5v1 towards stairs. So just speed up here, in my opinion. You should just speed up.
Cut your wish.
Knowing which agent is on a site gives you a lot of info. So like, you guys are taking too long. You clear this, ignore the smoke, put in another smoke stairs, just go out. Tell your team, let's speed up here. It's only KJ. Like,
I'm waiting for your flash and open door.
by the time the smoke goes down, the other rotates are also pulled over. So like right now, the other two, either one's flanking or they're both like already here based on timings. Whereas if you had gone earlier, if you had gone right after clearing this left side, there you cleared it, then you say let's speed up A. By the time you get here, you're already you're in a post. You're able to get bomb down. There's a one guy here, and then there's two guys like at most here and here. Like just based on timings and the rotates coming in, you should have a free take at this point. After clearing the left side, you should just smoke stairs, go out. This is all just assumption based on the agent who's playing, but you're in an elo where like people understand
Waiting for
certain
your flash
setups.
and open door.
So I'm able to give you this like
Hi.
insight.
Satchel out.
Since
Beacon.
One enemy remaining.
Satchel.
Here.
again, no plan. Big thing, no plan. Second big thing, comms.
Yeah, it's a flash. Okay.
Have one of these.
Like you're doing your job, you know how to play around them. You're just not talking to them. They're not talking to you.
It's on his ass.
Like, was this communicated that you're gonna get called and see?
I never left.
Damn, they're running away for you.
I want to reach it.
Zeffo's dead.
One enemy remaining.
Ah, barely. I'm lucky.
Water.
T's and T's. There's not much I can say for you.
It seems these strangers want
Like you
me
know how to play the game, you don't know how to play the game.
answer first.
How do I word this better? Individually, you know how to play the game. As a team, you don't know how to play the game. Or you might know how to play the game, you just don't want to. It's like too much of a mental effort to actually communicate with your team and
I'm gonna fight hard.
make plans.
Yeah. On it over.
Like, what are you doing here? Did you tell your team what you're doing here? Or are you just doing it to do it? Because you have a play in mind.
You had your fun. My turn.
Wait, Cloven, I have a lure.
You pick door, can be.
Yeah, break door.
That's
Opening
good.
door.
That's a good comp. Victor Combi, like you're mid rounding
Last clove.
with the clear. You're not listening, but
I'm
He's
behind.
1 HP.
it's good that you said that.
We both
Say
there.
that a lot
Three.
more. Do that a lot more. Communicate with your team.
One enemy
Wait, one
remaining.
more.
80.
Tell them what you're
That's the
doing
big
and
one.
ask them what they want to do.
Get back up, sweetheart. Better I.
Oh, bacon. Do I have your skin, Xeffo?
Can I get a drop?
This is turning out to seem like a team diff, but could go the other way. Okay, again, I want to discuss Ultimate Economy. You see they have the KJ Breach Raise ult. These are wonderful alts, wonderful alts for retake. So if you're going to push any site, what I do when I'm playing in my games, if I see retake alts are on the table, I tell my team, hey guys, they have KJ ult, they have Breach ult, and they have Raise ult. We're gonna have to either take space or play off-site, plant in a spot where we can play off-site and play for the post. A lot of the times we end up taking the space because it's ranked. Everyone likes fighting. They don't like playing the post. So if you're going A, I'd suggest taking Heaven Control. Like tell your team that they have retake ults, so we have to take space or either play off. So either take Heaven Control or like play towards this area right here because of those retake ults. If you're going C, take control of Waterfall. Do something. Take control of Waterfall or CT. I'd recommend Waterfall since this KJ is gonna go for this ult here, which is a lot better than the CT ult. But it's just based on what your team wants or what you want to do. Like it could be equally reasonable to take CT for the breach ult and then just like pinch this area. But I prefer taking Waterfall. That's just my personal preference. And if you're going B, take ceiling control or heaven control. Like you can't, with the ults they have here, you can't just sit on site and hope for the best. If they know how to play the game, this should be an easy win for them. If you guys are just sitting on site. But again,
Maze.
you just need to say
I don't think
it.
they fight it.
Calms.
Drop in a smoke.
Peeking.
Reloading.
Damn, you guys got shit on.
Use some
There.
save.
No peeking.
Door.
Folded.
I think A is free.
There. Not ready yet. Get him.
I would go B here.
Breach is here.
Lock away.
Drop in a smoke.
Wingman's planted. One enemy remaining.
That worked out. They're on eco.
Loading.
They mess.
It's good that you're pressing tab a lot to check your KD, but you can. I didn't mention this last round. I didn't realize it. I wasn't looking at the scoreboard, but not the scoreboard, the money. But they were on eco last time, so it didn't really matter what I said. But if they had a gun round like this round it matters. Last round it was eco. It's good that you're looking at this like shiny 12 and 5, but also look at this, and this. Like just get in the habit of looking at that and basing your plans or comms off of that. You don't even need to make a plan. If there's someone on your team that likes IGLing, just provide them information. Just say, yo, we have Raise alt, Jet alt. Like, just say we have this alts and they have these alts, and someone will make a plan based off that if they prefer to IGL over you. Like that's what I do a lot of the times. What's up, bros? How are you?
If we do
There you go. Your chamber is IGLing a plan, a game plan. That's good.
Can throw a
Good
gecko
game plan.
blind. Like insta and I'll dash up.
This is good. This is
Yeah,
good.
faking
This is
C
good.
ending A.
W. Check mark. Do that a lot more. It only took you guys 8 rounds to come up with a game plan for what you want to do at the beginning of the round. Is Vincent watching? I have no idea. I didn't tell him anything. I'll message him right now.
No peeking.
I'll be here now.
Refresh.
I messaged him. Hold on. Let me watch this mode.
It's just went to they're running hard. Look at you just beat B. Honestly.
Yeah, you have. Okay. There's a bunch of levels to comms. So let me choose a font that I can reproduce and people can see in a TikTok. So this thing we call communications, right? Comms. Just pressing your button. There's multiple levels to it. What's up, Your Honor? Love your TikToks. Appreciate it, dude. Appreciate it. So the first level is like a basic fundamental. I'll put a basic comms. I wish I could do this on a what's it called? On like a tablet or something. It's just so scuffed. Do you do private coaching? No, I do not. I do VOD reviews, like public VOD reviews. I stream VOD reviews like I'm doing right now. Are you live on TikTok? No, I'm not. So okay, let me restart this. So there's a bunch of levels to comms. Level 1 is basic comms. So like if you say noise A or util B, like those are the fundamentals. The second level is specificity. Like low specificity. You could say 3A, like recon B. This is not really low specificity, but this is like instead of saying 3A, high specificity and concise. So before I even talk about like the specificity, let me guess who's here. So you can tell who it is based off the footsteps. So right now you hear at least breach and raise. That's the two I heard. I don't know. I'd assume it's also Clove or Reyna and not KJ, but you hear 3 people, and 2 of them are breach and raise. So I'd say breach and raise rotating B. So it would give this chamber a free lurk up A, because at most there's 1 here. I think I hear 3 people, but I would say I would only calm what I am confident in. So right now I am confident that raise and breach are rotating B. So I'd say raise and breach on B. So it would make this chamber inclined to lurk up, because at max there's 1 more person still on A, since you're hearing them literally running down B if you trust your calm. So you say here rotating hard. You can do a lot better than that. You can do much better than that, because I know you know what agents they are based on their footsteps. Instead of rotating hard, convert that into okay. Here's the format. Agent, like what agent is doing what, and then what they're doing. Action. So here the agents would be breach and raise, and the action would be running. We said breach rotated, right? Yeah. I hear breach. I'm pretty sure I hear breach.
Okay, we don't walk on the
Your sound is a bit off. It might not be breach, but okay. Play it.
Spike down A. Dizzy's up. I got this.
Uh-oh, whoopsies.
Last
Could have gone this way.
player
Let me see it. You don't use HRTF. That is breach. That's breach. He's running this way. It's 100% breach, right? You hear that like heavy. There's no way that's not breach.
Okay, we don't walk on
Like that heavy footstep, the last heavy footstep, that is 100% breach, no?
Okay, we don't walk on
Yeah, that is breach. He's just running this way. Yeah, he just went heaven. He got there pretty fast. I don't know how, but he did go through this way. He went like this way.
Spike down
Not
A.
begin.
I don't know how he got there so fast. I'm not gonna lie. I wouldn't have expected him stairs either if I just heard him on B.
Last player.
But the point is, you should be specific in your comms. Okay, let's see. Part 9. Part 9. -1, because you guys did it one round. Only one round. You calmed your game plan pre-round, bro. Say something. Make. Okay, your Gaggle is doing it for you. There we go.
Yeah, see.
You press tab a lot. Like, do you get like a kick out of seeing this? Stop focusing on this. Focus on this, bro. They're semi-poor. Not really. They could force up. I'm a follower, not a leader. You could still be a follower and like help your leaders. One off Gecko ult. They're semi-poor. They still have retake ults. Like, calm that stuff. If you're not gonna make a plan, at least say, like, give information so the people that do want to make a plan can make a plan more easily. Like, they have more information to do so. Like, you know, I did it. I did it a lot when I was playing with you.
Dropping smokes.
Alright. Part 4 of comms. Okay. So, level 1 was basics. Level 2 was low specificity. Level 3 was high specificity. Level 4 is counting util. I don't know if this is a thing, but in terms of like how I notice people calm things, first they calm like it's A or something like that. Then they calm like recon, or the util, and then the person, or like 3A. And then they calm which agents. And people forget about this one, counting util. A lot of people forget this, but it's super important. So, what I hear right now,
Dizzy's up top.
I hear a smoke, I hear a raise nade. Let's keep going. I hear at least 2. So 2 with a smoke and a raise nade. There's no raise nade. You can say raise naded A, Clove smoked A. So that means Clove has to be somewhere in this area. Just based off that, based off this smoke and the nade, there's at least 2A. That guy spamming the Guardian could be Clove or it could be someone else. But what I'd say confidently is that there's at least 2A raised just naded, something like that. And then what else do I hear? That's Breach. Breach is rotating B. Like, I'd calm all this stuff. While this push is happening, I would communicate to my team that what's happening on the other side of the map. Just giving info is like very helpful. Like, you may not think it is, but it's very, very helpful. Just the littlest things, especially at this this rank. So now there's 2 on B. I would communicate that there's 2B. I have a lurk.
Smokes.
Okay, you're taking your timing. Nice.
Okay, three more.
One enemy
At this
remaining.
point, everything is fine. You guys are calming and taking fights together. But from the start of the round, there's so many things you could have said just to provide info to your team and actually like be the optimal player.
Dizzy's up top.
If I had a Clove, if I'm any of these people and I had a Clove lurking B, the one thing I'd want for them is communication on what's happening on this side of the map, because they're over here, their circle is like this, they can't hear this, you can. So just provide them with... But I'm jamming out, you know what I mean? What are you jamming out to? There's nothing, you're not playing music, you're just like
Dropping smokes.
playing the game autopilot.
One enemy.
Thanks, Wings.
Okay, we go again.
Take aim.
It's Ascendant. I have no idea why they're still holding these ults, but to the footsteps. Okay, bro. You can jam out to the footsteps and also like, okay, think of it this way. Think of it this way, Pocket. You can, so you know how like, here, let me play a song for you. Like I can do this. I can do this. When I was your, okay. Say I'm playing music, right? I'm jamming out. I'm jamming out. I can also sing the lyrics. Same bad, but it feels just a little bit bigger now. See, like I'm jamming out, but I'm also like saying the lyrics. In the same way, you can jam out to the footsteps and communicate what the footsteps mean.
Smoke.
Like say what the footsteps are doing, what they mean. Like just you can do both at once.
Fire.
You don't have to do one or the other. And again, I don't know what the reason it's 7-3 right now is because these guys don't understand the game. They have 3 ults. They haven't used them for the past 4 rounds. They're great on retake, but like these guys just don't know how to play the game. But I'd still try to keep it in mind that they have these ults just in case. So if you're ever in a situation where like you're just this is all the wait no hold on. If this is all the control you have, let me actually make it line it out. If this is all the control you have, that is bad. That is bad considering what because of your heroics because you also don't know how look at this. In what world is the guy rotating this way not looking this way even when rotating? I would be dead here. In my elo, I would be dead here. It doesn't matter that there's a turret. This turret, like this race should be aware that this turret only tags people. It doesn't like. Yeah, it's a timing. But if this raise was smarter, like if this raise was a better player, he still looks this way. Yeah, he was looking. He was looking at this point, but he thought the turret had it from that point on. Even with this turret, ask Killjoy. Even with this turret, when I'm rotating through here, or through that way, I always look at B main because all the turret does is shoot if someone's there. People can timing the turret. If this Raze was aware of that fact, you would be dead. But the fact that he wasn't means he's bad at the game.
Okay, three more.
Yeah, it's both. You played it well and the Raze is bad. It's the same thing with clutches. Clutches are a culmination of someone popping off and the other team making mistakes. If it was played if a 3v1 was played perfectly, there's no way like ever that the 1v3 should happen. But it's a combination of the one person like popping off, making the right plays, as well as the 3 people making mistakes. So like
remaining.
it doesn't have to be one or the other. It could be both. Like you played that really well, yes, but also the Raze is bad.
Might try to.
Yeah, can you nade?
Right here.
Yeah, I can.
Stop their breach before he.
What was I discussing? Oh yeah, part like whatever of not communicating,
their breach
not
before he
communicating
stops
what
us.
to do before they're on. This is so frustrating. I would not be able to play this game.
Drop in a smoke.
I'm sure.
I'd find these types of games boring. Like there's no fun in it. It's just like playing to play. Again, counting Yuto.
Ace.
Okay, there's no A fight. What does that mean? They usually fight A, right? You know that previous round, like 2 rounds ago, where they sent a Raze nade, they smoked it, and I didn't hear a breach stun, but I'm sure there was one. Maybe there wasn't. So the fact that they're not fighting A, what does that tell you? That means I'm gonna guess here. I'm just gonna guess here. There's let me check their eco first. Hold on. Let me see what they have for eco. Okay, they have a Clove who's poor, Reyna who's semi-poor, but these guys can buy him. So they can buy.
Right.
The fact that they're not fighting A, that means they're stacked towards this side of the map. Or no, not. How do I explain this? How do I explain this? Flip. Okay, I'd assume that KJ is the one lurking or anchoring here, and there's either one person to help him stairs or site, so like two people max, and then the breach is playing either here or here. Or if they want to play retake because they have that, yeah, that's a good thought process. That's what I mentioned earlier, that they have good ults. So you should be inclined to just speed up here, to speed the flip up here because they're not on the site. And then once you get the bomb down, then you can worry about these ults. Like you could either try to get the bomb down or tap and then fight for heaven, or like just fight for control. So I mentioned this earlier, but if this is all the control you have when they have those ults, you're gonna lose the round. So since these have you brought up a good point. Since they have these ults, it's good to fight for either heaven or through stairs. The heaven is the more, in my opinion, favorable fight because most people, this KG ult is put over here, and this raise usually ults out from heaven. So they also ascendant, so I don't know what they're thinking. You're not even
I'm
thinking.
sure.
I would be inclined to speed up here. Like, don't be scared of taking fights onto the site because um it's a lot easier to explain once you get on defense, but Lotus map Valorant. Is it here? Okay, let's do this. So the usual setup is 3A fighting, 1B usually breakable, and then 1C. And can we just call it? I'm tired of typing. No, I'm not calling. I need to turn this into a video. So if the person wait, actually that's a good idea. But it would make it longer. I don't want it to be that long because I know you're gonna like or explain the things that you're doing, and then I'd have to like reply to that, and then we have what's it called, a side conversation that like completely jumps off for the side. And I'm not even talking about your VOD anymore. I'm just talking to you about the game. But back to my point. There's usually three people fighting A, one here, and then one here. Or the alternate setup is um 3A and then 2C, but they have like some sort of stoppage here, like a KJ turret, or they fight the A and then they go this way, something like that. The fact that you see no one here means that this 3A setup is designated somewhere else. They could be fighting for C with two people, like with the one way here. They could be trapping B, like having two people B, one C, and then 2A. But the point is, it takes time, especially on Lotus, which is an attacker-sided map. It takes time for these guys to all rotate over. When you see that they're not fighting this area of the map, it's best to, unless they're on eco. If they're on eco, they could be silent stacking, so you'd have to be more wary. But if they're on a gun round and you see that they're not fighting A, it's best to just speed up or like run it down, because more than likely this is their weak side, and you're able to take that. So let's see how the round goes. I'm guessing there's 2A, and then this breach is playing B, and there's also 2C. I'm guessing that's their setup. I would assume that KJ is playing A, but I don't know how you do it. That's Raze. You saw the breach stun come from here, so breach is this way, but you guys are still stalling. Like you're giving time for this breach to be stairs already. You should have pushed, like especially with the smoke down, like communicate that let's just go fast. This is too slow. By the time you get through these lanes, the smoke is already dropped, and this breach is here plus two players, and then the player on C is either already flank or they already haven't. So like you're 2 plus 1. What's that? Plus 1, 3, 4. There's four people. And maybe one flanking by the time you push the site because they're taking way too long. Given the information that they didn't fight A at the start. Why are you just sitting here?
Spike is down.
Spike down A.
See, like, look, they're all here. They're all five. Every single one. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I wonder why. You guys are just sitting there doing nothing, like taking forever. And all this pressure just pulls them over. Like if you're gonna take this long, at least have a lurk up C so you can like have space on that side and call you back over. If you're gonna five man, okay, if you're gonna five man, if you're gonna five man this, you should be going fast. You can't you can't go slow because if you give them time, time is not on your side. When you're attacking, time is on the defense's side. If you're gonna stall in this area as five people, you give up this entire map control. It's an instant loss. Right now, your raise is being turret because you guys are being stalled. The reason he's doing that is because you guys are being. He shouldn't be doing that. I'll say that he shouldn't be doing that. But the reason he's doing it is because you are stalling a main, and now he's thinking, is there a guy flying? What should I do? Like,
I'm sure. I'm not done with that. I'm gonna hold it.
I just calm. I just calm. I just say, yo, let's go in fast. Keller from the very start. Yeah, you shouldn't be doing that. But if you realize that in game, you can let him know. Let's just go in. Just realize these things earlier and communicate. You know. I know you know how to play the game. Just tell your team. Like, would you, if you're playing, when you were playing this game, did you realize that they're not fighting A, so that A is likely weak? Did you realize that? Just a question. Or is that something you're noticing after the fact? What's up, Reen? How are you? How's the coaching? It's good. But okay, bro. You don't. Okay. I hate you. I hate you. Okay. You don't have to tell them to do. Realize that since they're not fighting A is their weak side, and you should speed up on A. Did you realize that while playing the game? If not, it's fine, but you should try to realize that if you're taking this long, you shouldn't push the site. You should just go re-clear something, or like just not sit all in one area. You're sitting ducks. I thought they would re-clear, but since okay, with that line of thinking, that's a good line of thinking. With that line of thinking, what's stopping you from going fast?
Drop
They were weak sided.
in a smoke.
At this point right here,
I'm sure.
there's one here and one here, and Breach is over here. The stun comes from this way, and then the Reyna and Killjoy are over here. At this point right here, at this point, this very point, that's their setup right now.
I'm not done with that. I'm gonna hold it.
Let's count.
I'm sure.
One Mississippi, two Mississippi. Wait, hold on. Let me get the stun. Let the stun come in. Where's the stun? One Mississippi, two Mississippi, three Mississippi, four Mississippi, five Mississippi, six Mississippi, seven Mississippi, eight Mississippi, nine Mississippi. It took 8 seconds for you to make contact in tree. By that time, these two players are already over here, and this breach is most definitely outstairs already. It was their weak side at the start, but the rotates were so kicked because you guys are just sitting here doing nothing. The two players at the start were Clove and Raze. That's still considered weak side, no? Because if it's this, I guess you wouldn't consider it weak side, but you're able to push. It's just two people. Whereas you're giving all three of these guys 9 seconds to flood you.
Okay, just
20 is normal. I wouldn't say
Down
success.
A.
That's a valid argument. But
Woo! My ult is ready. Drop in a
the
smoke.
point I'm trying to make is that you guys should just either speed up or not stall and rotate. Like, you should realize that even if they're playing for retake, then you should just speed up. Speed up. Like, take it fast so then you can worry about the retake when they do retake. It's like the example I gave on Ascent. I don't know if you saw that video, but on Ascent, flip Valorant map. So, you know how if we have a KGL, I do this too, like, because it's a good play. That's why it's so predictable. If we have KGL on defense, we play retake, or I play retake A. I tell my team, let's strong side, or like put 2 towards B, 1 mid, and then 2, 3, like 1 tree, and I play tree. I completely give A up for retake because I have the KJ ult. So in the same way, if they have retake ults, then you should be more inclined to push the actual site like faster than normal because you have that information that they have the ults for retake, so they're less inclined to hold the site at the start, especially when they're not actually fighting the main or the neutral space.
For all the things we
A lot of things went wrong there, but the thing that I would say for you is talk to your team. You don't have to tell them to do things, you can just offer suggestions.
The half.
drop. Last call
Yeah, I don't know what they're doing. They've had these ults for the entire half.
for all the things we need to kill him with. Buy up.
Again, part 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 11,
See?
part 11. No plan. There we go. Except this one guy saying go see.
They're gonna put like
That's a good plan.
retake heavy.
Good comms. Your Raze needs to coach you, bro. Raze, coach Clove. He's giving information. He's not saying let's do something
Might just go
like
sick.
complicated.
Look, you got a
He's
skill,
just
though.
giving the information to
Hey, you wanna go see
provide
Xeffo?
for you guys.
Me?
Whatever decision you're making.
Sure.
Somebody's there.
If I was coaching the Rays, what I'd say is also add the fact that we have to either fight for space or play off because that's what it implies. If they have retake ults, if they had retake ults, you'd either have to like fight for the waterfall or play off for post if it's planted for mound. Like that's the foundation. This is the foundation. The fact that they have retake ults. Yeah, that's good info, right? But what do you do if they do have retake ults? You either take space or 2 play off. Depending on how you're feeling, it's like situational, but if bomb was planted here, you can't really play off. You got to take space. If bomb was planted here, you're able to play off because it's planted for mound. But even then, you still have to have some players play site. Like you can't all play off. That's just throw. I like Kale better too. Can we not? You do not have a Kale.
C. You
Let's
should
go
run.
Status.
That's a bad ult from them. Just haven't even taken the site.
Last player standing.
Okay, never mind. They had to play.
Somebody's
They had to play. They crunched you. That's good for them. Good for them, bro. They said KG, you should ult here, so they're pushed back this way, and then we can crunch them. They outplayed you there. They outplayed the flip out of you guys there.
Spike down. C. You
Let's
should
go
run.
Status.
That's just well played by them.
Last player standing.
Look. Probably weren't getting that wrong anyways.
They did not say that.
Switching
It just
sides.
happened. Yeah, I agree. I genuinely agree, but
You're going to scatter
even if
from
they didn't
us.
say it, they still played it well. I'll give that. All right, let's watch this first before I comment on no plan.
Gonna fight.
Sure.
Might be a bit hard.
Just nade this shit early. Second dash rebel.
Do you wanna? I mean, if we have the space, do you wanna keep it or just?
Yeah, that's
That's
fine.
flank.
See what your Raze is doing is wonderful. It's so good. You should start doing that. He's asking questions. He's communicating what he wants to do. Like just
Let's just sit
simple
on it.
things like
Yeah.
that. Like they help. Wait, you can smoke? Okay, I was wrong. I didn't know you could smoke. What's it called? A from waterfall. I guess it helps playing other agents. So that idea about Clove being somewhere close to here, it was completely wrong. After smoking it.
No peeking.
Flash for C.
There you go! Clap! You hear me clapping? You hear me clapping? You hear me clapping? You hear me clapping? Cause you calmed. You calmed a piece of util. For once in the game. Okay, I don't want to clap anymore. You hear at least 3 of them running up and you're just silent. All you said was flash C. Say something. You say they're running down C. Well, these guys have no idea. Okay, these guys are over here. They have no idea what's happening on C. All you said was flash C. So to them, it's just breach flashing C. Yes, that implies that the team is pushing that site. But tell them, man. Just like give them the information.
Drop in a
Guys
smoke.
got the flag.
Look, look, look. They're so scared. They're so scared to push the smoke, even when this is already out because you haven't given them anything. If you had said raise or at least 3 running down C, I guarantee you these guys would be less scared and flanking because you already calmed that max there's 2 people. Max 2 people here if there's 3 of them running down C. They're still walking. Look, look. This raise is out. You haven't said anything. They're still walking. Your chamber's still watching B. You want to know why that is? You want to ghost calm? You don't. You're not ghost calming. You hear the
Flash for C. C.
flash C, 3 C. That's all I'd say. 3 running down C.
Drop in a
Guys got
smoke.
the
It's Raze, Breach, and someone else. I can't tell who specifically, but I hear at least 3 running down C right now. Okay, here you're in a gunfight. It's fine if you don't calm. The moment you finish it, Raze is out C. Coming out C. They're out C, like you just said, but KJC, you heard an alarm bot. KJC, Breach C, and Raze out C. Like, calm. Give info.
Not yet. Not enough.
Why does the Raze have to ask you?
Okay.
You could say not planning
Spike
yet, and then
planted.
say planning when they actually plant. Actually, that's bad advice. Like you wouldn't actually say planning until they're actually planning. So it's fine that Raze asked that. Individually, the way you played it was good. I would just like to see more comments from you. Like here,
Drop in a
guys got
smoke.
you try to go for the entry. Like this is perfectly fine. If you're solo anchoring a site, this is what you should be doing. You try to go for at least 1 and play in a position where you're able to get out, and then play retake. So you realized you weren't gonna get that kill, you whiffed, and then you go play off site, play retake. The one thing I'd like to just have you add to that is just communicate what's happening. Like you played it well, you did everything the way it's supposed to be done. You're just not giving any info to your team. Like this is a really good retake. You guys are coordinated. You're going up here, while these guys are going up here, while these guys are going up here. This is like almost a perfect retake, except there's no communication being made between the team. Like what are these guys gonna do when all the space they have is limited to this area right here? Like this is an instant loss for them when you guys are pinching them from 3 sides, like that. This is a really good retake. Great retake, guys. Great retake. You didn't say anything about it, but
One
good job.
enemy remaining.
Excellent.
Must keep up appearances.
Okay, part 2. What's happening here? What do you want to do? What's happening? Come on, tell me. Hello? Do you have a mic? Hello? Oh, you just don't want to
Yeah,
talk?
Gecko, can you go Bulldog Light instead?
How many seconds do you have per round? You have 20,
I'm not doing-
30 seconds. You have 30 seconds per round that are just being wasted.
Doing well. Keep trying.
Use them to talk. They're there for a reason, bro. Why do you think they make the pre-round so long? It's so you can talk about what you want to do during the round. It's not just there for fun. But it takes this timer to go down to 10 seconds for one of you to even say anything. You just wasted an extra 20 seconds per round. There you go. You asked, but after the ping was made, like a 3, 2, 1 ping. That's good. Learn to do that at 30 seconds instead of 3 seconds. Because now it's like it doesn't even matter because everyone is already set up. Like there's no point in talking about something when like you can't have these guys rotate over C
Yep.
in 1 second.
Drop in a smoke.
It's good that you calmed it though.
Big gap.
I hear sounds here.
No
Good comms. You hear sound C.
peeking.
What do you hear C? You hear raise. I hear this raise is right here right now. Hold on.
Can we?
Raise is right here, and then there's someone else taking orb. I would communicate that. So there's at least 2C, raise, and someone else taking orb. And here, I'd also press tab
Yeah, it's
to see who took the orb. Like you're playing well. It's not that you're playing bad. It's not being a team player. And that's why I didn't want to duo with you
Spike
like
planted.
all those months ago. Because you know how to play the game, but you don't play like a team. I am a team player. I want to play as a team.
On KJ.
okay, man.
No peeking.
The rest of this I'm not going to focus on because it's not your gameplay. This retake was a bit like greedy though. That's all I'll say. Like last time you waited for your two teammates to be here, and then you went up. Right now you're going up way too early. Like take advice from your previous rounds.
Spike planted.
So you see, let me hold on. Is there a way I can send screenshot? I can't. So compare this this situation right here where you're already out to the last round
Say it again.
Bulldog light and stuff.
Keep up
One enemy.
where you waited long enough to coordinate with this crunch, and this crunch. It makes such a big difference. It makes it easier on YouTube because the guys here are pressured by the other guys, whereas if you're just alone, there's no pressure. I agree, chill. I'm I'm not. I'm just pointing it out, bro.
No peeking. I battle out.
That's all I'd say. But
Here.
good comms. You say there's people C, and then you said something else. But I'd also like add to that, you know. Again, no plan. Let's see, 20 seconds. Let's see how long it takes for someone to say something. 19 seconds, whatever. 10 seconds left. 9 seconds. 8, 7. What's happening? What are you guys doing?
I'm here to
It's
stay.
Eco. What are you doing? It's Eco. What does that mean? You guys can't just 1, 2, 2. You gotta like make a team play. Do something together. Silent stack A. Fight for C together as fives. Do something. Like you can't just. Actually, this might work. You sitting in a bucky or in a smoke with a bucket. This might actually work. But my point is, there's no game plan. You're playing a solo game every single round. If there's no one to baby you, you're playing a solo game every single round.
too far.
Like, good idea by you. Like, that was played perfectly with the idea you had in mind.
Last player standing.
Now imagine you had, let's say, like 2 people here and 3 people here, and you wanted to crunch B or crunch C because they've been going C often. This is a round win. With those 2 kills and this new plan that I've concocted after the fact, this round is won. Just teamwork, based off teamwork. Whereas since no one is saying anything, it's eco. You're less likely to win the round. You're making it even less likely to win a round when you're just playing like this. You don't have good guns. You don't have the capabilities to play like this when you're on eco. And I'm sure you know that. Like, this is a really good play out of you it would have helped to make it a team play rather than a solo play. I'll say it again. You know how to play the game individually, but not as a team. And it's a team game. I'm the opposite. If I'm gonna be honest, I'm the opposite. I play better as like a coordinated team than
Last
as
player standing.
solo hero plays. That never works because I don't have the game. Like if I'm on Reyna, I'm not taking ego battles.
Wanna fight it?
Can you make a baby? Shut up, bro.
Yeah.
Alright, hold on.
Wanna fight it?
3 seconds again. You hear the ding and then you ask. Ask before that. You have so much time. You have 30 flipping seconds, bro. Just say something. Say something. Communicate. What time is it? It's 9 already. I'm only gonna be able to play one game.
Drop
my
in a
main.
smoke.
We could do it though. Not my main. My ult. I'm gonna get my ult to immortal. I'm gonna get my ult higher than the main.
No peeking.
Running C, running C.
I don't want to review this VOD anymore. I want to play. I want to play. Are you fine with that? Okay. Main takeaways. Let me pull it up. Let me pull up the notepad. Note. Okay. I give up. Like I genuinely like. I feel like I'm just seeing the constant theme over and over again. It's just you. Is this it? Okay. Main takeaways. Always. 1. You are on autopilot. Get off autopilot. It's a team game. Start playing like a team. That's like literally the one thing that I would say that like would win you a lot more rounds. Is if you just and let me put okay. Make a plan pre-round or communicate info for someone else to. What else? Go for team plays rather than solo plays. You can do your solo plays with the support of a team. 2. Comms. Frequency, specificity, and what's it called? There's one more word that I don't have, but frequency, you calm here and there. Yap. You need to start yapping. Calm more. Keep calming. You're you're calming. Okay. You're calming. Okay. If this was a graph, hold on.
Can't be there.
So that for the rank you're in, let's say ascendant, immortal, radiant. Let's make another graph. So this is the rank. And this is amount of comms required. Something like this, you know, like something like I don't know. It's like a curve that goes up. It's like an increasing trend. Like you can't expect to rank up if you're gonna stay at this mid base or like low level of calming every single round. What else? What else? We can't see the graph. Fuck. Wait, is this untrue? No, it's not. You might disagree, but it's not untrue. I'm not asking you to IGL. I'm asking you to calm. Calm more. So like, you know how I said you're in here, you're lurking B, like right here, and then you hear 3 people running, or at least 2 people. I don't know if I said 3 or 2, but I don't remember. But you hear 2 people at least breach, raise, and someone else, and you're not saying anything about it. You're just saying a lot rotating B or like I forgot exactly what you said, but that, and then also when you're on C and you're not saying that the raise is already out and that you hear two running up C, like stuff like that. I'm not asking you to IGL. I'm just okay, but calming isn't that big of. Yes, it is, dude. I'm shit at the game. The only reason I'm able to get like such a high rank consistently is because I constantly communicate with my team and like I play for the team play rather than being better than everyone. Like, why do you think I'm able, like you've seen me mechanically, and mechanically I am not like that proficient, but I'm able to like consistently be a higher rank because I calm. I make up for my lack in mechanical skill with more, I don't know, team play skill. I don't know, maybe it is for you. Have you ever tried actually calming? Have you ever tried actually calming to climb? You're right now you're basing it off your, I don't know, maybe it is you never play like that because people are catching up to your skill. Like over time, the bell curve goes this way because people start catching up, like being mechanically better. The more the game is out, the more people have played for longer, and the more they're like able to improve. So instead of gold like being the average rank, it becomes like plat or whatever. I don't think statistically this is true, but like people the level of gold becomes the level of plat the year before. That's what I'm trying to say. So like hold on.
Play numbers, play numbers.
So like today, a current diamond player would be able to be immortal in beta, something like that. So do you think they got better, but you also get better as play? Depends on your growth. And at a certain point, you reach a skill ceiling that like you have to work extra hard to improve. Like it goes. So for someone like an iron, they're able to rank up like this, like exponentially, because there's so much. I'm not saying you're stunted. I'm saying stunted, like it's a